But this time, when I came to America, the Lord took me to Philadelphia.
Okay.
He took me to a certain street where there's a lot of drug drop people. What I mean by drug drop people, they are drunk.
Wow.
They are completely infiltrated with drugs.
Wow.
And they are dropped on the street for no government, nobody to even bother about them. Having is making so many of these citizens of America lost their life easily. Because the freedom is
Too much freedom sometimes make you lose your
the whole of your life.
So I'm so glad from your point, I can see that you went to school to study addiction. So in the process of all doing this thing, I'm talking in America now, is there any easy process one can easily assess, like individual, to request some help from government in order to help all these people?
But those of us that are on the street, we are there to get those that are completely stubborn. What I mean by stubborn is they are resistance. They resisted. They keep the government probably keep moving up, following them and giving them measures on how they can see the importance of changing. But they decided not to do so. You see, based on their human right, we come back to the freedom now. Their human right, and the government cannot force them. So they have to let them be there, at the mercy of whoever that can help them. So we still go into that. We still see how we can, whatever we can do to see where we can help them.
So what will be your advice to someone that have this mind of helping these less privileged people or the addiction people or people that really want to help set people free? What would be your advice for them?
Well, I will really, with all of my heart, Dr. Tony, I will really plead if you are out to do help, please do it with the whole of your mind and the whole of your intention.
What will you say to the viewer that want to go into this kind of things to help the privileged people?
Please, I will say please and please. Come with all your mind and all your intention to help. The street need help. People are dying. People are incapacitated with the situation that is happening right now.
Yes.
People, you see, let me tell you what. The most educated and most sensible people on the face of the earth are lying on the street.
The most educated?
The most educated and sensible people. In fact, mentally sound and people that can change the world scientifically.
Wow.
When you see these drug people, these drug addicted people, go closer to them, you will understand that these people are not just ordinary people.
They are not just ordinary.
But one of the things I discovered and I found out that's taking them out is Satan, the devil, is taking the rightful people out, giving them, some of the program they never desired to get themselves into.
Okay.
And I did well, and I know much about. When I was back in Nigeria, I don't know anything about
drug addiction.
I don't know anything
because
about marijuana.
Okay. So I'm so happy to be here again to talk to you guys and to introduce my wonderful man of God, and is a doctor, Lukia Isaiah. This is a man of God that come all the way from Pennsylvania. He is the pioneer of Global Salvation Mission in Pennsylvania here in U.S. You will all have opportunity to hear from him directly, and in which is going to tell us about freedom. So in his experience, personal experience, ministry experience, and everything that he wants to talk to us about, you will hear a lot of things that you will really satisfy and then be happy to listen to him. Here with me is Dr. Lukia Isaiah, all the way from Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for coming today. How are you doing, sir?
Thank you. I'm happy. I'm so blessed to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Like Ellie said,
yes, sir.
We do most of our work, pioneering.
Okay.
In terms of meeting the need of the underprivileged people.
Yeah.
And I will never go further without letting you know that as I'm here in the United States of America,
Okay.
we have a partnership, not really a partnership, but really we have a structure that we have with my spiritual father.
Okay.
My spiritual father is Edward Taylor.
Edward Taylor.
Edward Taylor with the New Testament Church in Mississippi, Clinton, Mississippi.
Okay.
He has been so helpful to every step that we've been taking.
Wonderful.
Now, to some of the things that we do primarily,
Okay.
we deal with the issue of meeting the need of people, like I said.
Okay.
And again, we come on with the chaplaincy capacity.
Okay.
Now,
Chaplaincy.
chaplaincy capacity, whereby we do a lot. Meeting, we do counseling, we meet the need of families, counseling families in terms of their stability and productivity.
Okay.
And then we still see how they can grow spiritually.
Okay.
The background of that, which we've been doing, is to see how we can reach out to other nations of the world.
Okay.
Edward Taylor, like my spiritual father, that like Ali said, he is so versatile in the area of outreaches and apostolic doctrine all over the globe, Wow. So he has been so fascinating, reaching a lot of people in Nigeria, particularly Togo, Egypt, Ghana, and Burkina Faso.
Wow.
We've been in that capacity and we've been doing so much.
It's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear this movement, because I don't even know that you can still practice like this in America. I know you are into it in Nigeria. Then when you come here, you still continue the work of God.
Yeah.
And this trying to help people struggling, families struggling, homeless, and all that is what you love to do most.
Oh, I do dearly love. Now, you see, let me tell you what. You see, like back in Nigeria, I work in different ventures. Ventures in the sense that we take care of widows. Like what happened, in the Boko Haram situation, there have been an insurgency, a lot of killings and all that. So you see, people from the north. I am from Jos. I'm from Plateau State.
Okay.
You see,
Yeah.
So Plateau State, like in the middle of Nigeria.
Yes.
So people from Maiduguri, from Katsina, from Jigawa, from Adamawa, from all those part of the northern part of Nigeria. When the crisis began in 2001, in northern part, that's in Maiduguri.
Okay.
Now, most of the Christians that are there, there's survivors, they were running down to Plateau State. Because Plateau State happened to be Christian state, but it's in the middle belt.
Middle belt, yes.
So now, when we look at it that way, we discover that we have quite a number of people that are trooping into Jos, and they have no place to be.
Oh my God.
In fact, let me tell you what. In our record at the moment, we have above 2,000 women, widows, that we're taking care of them on the daily basis.
Wow.
And
Is that a center for them?
Yes, I have a center for them in Rayfield.
Okay.
In Rayfield, And then we have 26,000 orphans that we have the orphanage that we begin to link up. And in some ways, the government came in and they wanted to give us some really assistance. But, politics. So there's a lot of change of regimes and all that. So that keep affecting some of our effectivity. But we never rely on anything. We keep struggling. We keep fighting hard. Wow. We keep, But God sent me out of Plateau State. Okay. God sent me out of Nigeria. Okay. He pushed me back this way to the urban city to preach salvation. Wow. In fact, I heard God clearly and divinely. He said, move.
Wow.
Oh, it was like, what a history. Well, how can I begin? But, you have to be loyal to what the Lord said. Yes. You have to move. So that's how I move on. Wow. And but at the end, to God be the glory. I have pastors working under my ministry. Right now the pastors that have been with me, they are about 12 in number.
Wow.
And they are very effective. So we still have other things that we do, and then we keep the thing running.
Wow. This is really, really, really grateful.
Thank you.
Because this is really what God wants us to do, to be of help to others
Definitely.
in need,
Definitely.
which a lot of people don't really want to be involved.
Definitely.
But as a minister or as somebody that love to help mostly, so this is very good thing to do.
Thank
so
you.
now, how can you now link this your experience helping people? How can you now link them to freedom?
That's right.
Yes.
That's a big topic. Let me tell you what.
Yeah. Or
You see,
okay, go ahead.
like the situation in Nigeria, for example,
Yes.
people have been tense under that consignment,
Okay.
to large and by and large. There's crisis, there's killing, there's trouble, there's pain, there's running, there is destruction, there's uncertainty. All that have never given people peace of mind, not to talk of the peace of development.
Peace of mind.
They have no. If you don't have a peace of mind, how can you have the peace to develop your constituency? It can't work. We are working so hard to see the life of people is being delivered. Delivered in the sense that they let them have their structure, their stamina, their organized mind, that they will be able to have, to begin to think wisely or to think or to have a mental, sanctity so that they can put things right or put things together. So when I came up to America, the Lord put it in my spirit that we have to start campaigning on freedom.
Okay.
What did freedom entail?
Okay.
By and large,
Yes.
freedom is the right to speak,
Yes.
right to be independent,
Yes.
right for self-government,
Yes.
right for opportunities. Like work towards create or effective creativity,
Effective.
whereby it
Not-
can
no
produce.
disturbance.
That's right. So now, America have a lot of it.
Okay.
But when I came here, I discovered that even in America too, there's freedom, but the freedom you have its own spells. What I mean by that is the divination is a little bit, strickish in some kind of way. So you have to look at it again in another dimension. What are we really talking about freedom? So freedom is a big thing for me. Freedom is a big thing globally. Everywhere in the world, freedom is a very, very sensitive statement,
Okay.
situation, and indeed environmental affection.
Okay.
If we don't have freedom, we can never be achievable in terms of our technology.
Yes.
We may have the equipment, we may have the technical know-how, but the achievement will never be, because freedom will never be, because that have to do with your mental capacity.
Okay.
So that's why I look at it. And I said, all right, re-enhancement or enhancing freedom into the situation that I find myself is about mental development. When people begin to develop their mental senses together and they enhance it properly, then they see freedom like a goal, and then freedom become like a walking stick.
Wow.
Now, freedom is like a cannon, which it means that freedom is like something you can hold on to make a step forward.
Okay.
So if you don't have the right freedom to do what you should be doing appropriately, even the freedom is abused.
Yes.
Like for example, the freedom of driving in the car. Driving on the highway. All right, you are driving on the highway, that's the free road. The road may be so smooth and so nice. You are driving, but you see, you have to go by the regulation
Of that road.
that attached to the traffic of that road. So if that regulation is not adequately kept or in place, freedom is not really found out right there, because you are indeed in the right place to do what you should be doing. But if you're not going by the regulation of the road, the freedom is abused. So putting together freedom and with what we are doing as individuals, it has to be a common understanding or a ground of expression to express self, to understand this is what we should do and we're doing it right, so that there is classifying productivity in every man's life or everybody's life.
Wow. This is so wonderful. So, you've been in this ministry for a long time.
Oh yeah, I've been
And
in
then
ministry for a long
you
time. Yeah.
mentioned a lot of thousands of women
Yeah,
in trouble that you guys are taking care of.
definitely.
You mentioned a lot of
Yes,
widower, and a lot of orphanage.
that's right.
So, is that at any point you have a program that set them free, that so that they can produce something for themselves
Oh sure.
or be of use? I mean, good citizen of the community where they belong to.
Oh,
At
definitely.
any time, there's a program for that.
Yes, we do. Well, like I always refer back to where I came from,
Okay.
and we're trying to restructure it right here in Pennsylvania as well.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been in this ministry for over 32 years. Above that, by and large, and we've been doing that. We have like sensitization program.
Okay.
We have like a capacity building. We have like empowerment, women empowerment, and the children empowerment, and the widows empowerment as well. Now, what it entails is this: when we have this structure, we educate the candidate into it. We call them. We have like drug abuse education, where they will get themselves out of it, and then the trauma capacity, how we can pull them out of their trauma senses.
Okay.
Where we have to educate them on that terms. We say, okay, this is it. So we go with them with step by step on how they can come out of it to overcome their trauma. Because I come to understand that when there is trauma in a person, no matter what you think you are going to do, you can never achieve it. It has gone into your mental senses.
Wow. I want you to repeat that. When there's trauma
Yes.
in the head of a person,
Yeah.
it's so hard
Yeah.
to achieve what they want to achieve.
They will never be productive. Once there is trauma crisis in their mind, it affects their mental capacity. Their mental capability will be adequately low, completely at zero. And again, whatever they start thinking of doing, they will not be enhancing it together. There's no establishment. There is no putting together, not enhancing it together, not really structuring as they wanted it. So that trauma have to be, the crisis in their mind have to go out. It's like a devaluation. Once this crisis, have you ever seen like what happened 2 weeks ago? The suicide bombers in Maiduguri.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you seen the little girl of 8 years that was filled up with explosion, and she went into the mix of people and she detonated and everything was exploded? Many people died.
Yes.
You see people, dead bodies everywhere. Now, when you come back, you run away from that place and that scene, it takes you years to recoup yourself again. It takes you years. So all that, we have to start really working on that, calling doctors, calling professionals that are dealing on all those trauma crises, and managing traumas and all that, to teach these people. Now, you see, it's not about language. We have to go to their dialect. They don't speak English as we are speaking right at the moment.
Okay.
They speak their own dialect. Now, we have to translate the languages into the language they understand, and give them the right materials so that they can study those materials in their own languages and understand it better, for them to be better people in the better society.
Oh my God. This is wonderful.
I'm telling you.
This is wonderful. And how long Global Salvation Mission has been in existence?
Well, for now, I must confess, Global Salvation Mission have been in existence for over 40 years.
40?
Yes, we've been in Nigeria. We've been, in so many parts of Africa. We've been in Ghana, Ouagadougou.
Okay.
We've been in Cameroon.
Okay.
We are in Kenya. We are in Central African Republic. We are in Mali. We are some of these areas that have been, crisis
Okay.
related countries in Africa.
All right. Now you see the difference between Africa and America.
That's right.
In this global salvation mission, what's the difference and the difference in terms of operation
Yes.
and in terms of helps that you are able to achieve?
That's right.
Yes, since the establishment of this global salvation mission.
Now, you see, when the Lord sent me over to America,
Yes.
He sent me with a different mission.
Okay.
Now, the mission here is, the message is salvation. Well, it's related to what I've been doing down there.
Okay.
But this time, when I came to America, the Lord took me to Philadelphia.
Okay.
He took me to a certain street where there's a lot of drug drop people. What I mean by drug drop people, they are drunk.
Wow.
They are completely infiltrated with drugs.
Wow.
And they are dropped on the street for no government, nobody to even bother about them. You see, so when I came over there and I look at it, it's not about how to really bring them up. How can we do it? Because these people are under a certain influence
Of alcohol,
Alcohol.
or drugs, things like that.
So now, then in my spirit, I said, I don't know this. Honestly, I have to study it. And then I went back to school. I went to Hack, and then I studied drug addiction.
Okay.
And I did well, and I know much about. When I was back in Nigeria, I don't know anything about
Drug addiction.
I don't know anything
because that's
about marijuana.
Okay,
I
because
don't know anything about those things. So, but when I went to Hack, Harrisburg Community Area College, and I began to, in the course of my studies, I was learning on, okay, you can differentiate the marijuana with other drugs.
Yes.
Now, if you mix marijuana and other drugs, what is the outcome? So I discovered that is what the influence that is attaching those people on the street. So now I begin to get an idea on how we can meet up their need. It's not about giving them money or giving them food or giving them shelter.
Yeah.
It's about taking that
Mental.
influence out of their out of their mental capacity,
Yes.
that they will be free from it. Friend, I'm telling you, Dr. Tony, that is the most difficult part ever.
Wow.
Because for you to start rehabilitating people from the street, for them to become what it is,
Wow.
it's not an easy job. It's not a one-day job. So, but we are trying. We're just doing our best to see what the Lord will help.
Yes. And then in the process of doing all these things, is there any time all these candidates even winning to let go of this drug addiction so that they can see the different positive life again?
Now, let me tell you what. To be honest with you, it's like a addiction.
Yes.
For an addicted person, when he try to get out of the situation, lapses comes.
Yes.
You see themselves going back to that same thing again. They themselves don't even know why they're going back to it. But we have to persist. We have to keep persisting and, be structured and be established in that point whereby we will never stop.
Okay.
I believe government in America, they are really trying in that. There's a lot, at the course of my work down in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia and some part of, Lancaster and York, we've been experiencing all those things.
Okay.
And I discovered that there's government are trying.
They're trying their
But
best.
you see, even as the government are trying, the people are still falling into it.
To it.
Because it's all about addiction and you can't force them. So when I came to America, I discovered that the way Americans are operating is quite different from what we're doing in Nigeria, in Africa. Here they
different.
take everything in the slow length.
Yes.
They will be petting and try to come. They don't whip some people.
Yeah, they don't whip
They
here.
don't do that. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't whip here.
you go to law, you go to this, and so the approach here is completely different. So now I begin to talk about the freedom as well.
Okay.
The freedom the Americans are having is making so many of these citizens of America lost their life easily. because the freedom is
Because too much freedom sometimes make you lose your
the whole of your life. So
because they overdo it.
they over. I mean, but there is law backing all those.
Okay.
They have laws attached to all those things that they're doing. I mean, when you touch somebody, you say is an abuse. You do this, you try to restructure somebody. Even in times, you have to choose the word that you can let someone know about what you're trying to pass across.
If not, they will say you are abusing them.
That's right.
Verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse.
And
So
abuse.
it's difficult.
Okay. That's
It's
good.
difficult.
So I'm so glad from your point, I can see that you went to school to study addiction. So in the process of all doing this thing, I'm talking in America now, is there any easy process one can easily assess, like individual, to request some help from government in order to help all these people?
Yes, there's many options of that, which I came across it at the course of my studies. I met with some people that are in the field for a very long time, and there are options. There's organizations set up for all those, but you have to go with the right approach, with the right documentation, so that you can achieve and then get all those help for these people. So like what I appreciated, what happened in Lewsbury Bridge in Harrisburg. The underprivileged people, the drug addicted people used to live there, but now they were have to be taken away. Many of them, they were captured and they were taken down to the rehabilitation by the government.
Okay.
But some of them escaped and ran away, and then they were staying in the nearby bush, and they have their hut there and they're sleeping there. You see, but the government didn't know that those people are there. But some of us, that we're private, we are out to help the people. We have to still go back to those places and still find a way to help them, because they need the help. They need the help. So there's many ways that you can help these people. Some churches, some organizations, individuals comes up with their personal donation here and there, and they keep giving donations.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's good. I know there's some people we will be able to find outside. There are some people inside.
That's right.
That didn't come out.
That's
and
right.
Also die inside.
Oh, sure.
Is there any program that can even make us to reach these people so that they'll be able to come out of their shell?
Well, you see, like the people, those that are in the houses, and it depends on what help they need. Actually, they have to let the government comes into their aid. I know the government, in some aspect, they come with help for dementia, those that are, but not really for the drug addict. Those addicts is where you really to have to go to rehabilitation centers. So there's stable rehabilitation centers that, you can Google it, you can go there, and then you get into it, and then you register and be there. You get help.
Okay.
But those of us that are on the street, we are there to get those that are completely stubborn. What I mean by stubborn is they are resistance. They resisted. The government probably keep moving up, following them and giving them measures on how they can see the importance of changing. But they decided not to do so. You see, based on their human right, we come back to the freedom now. Their human right, and the government cannot force them. So they have to let them be there, at the mercy of whoever that can help them. So we still go into that. We still see how we can, whatever we can do to see where we can help them.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
This is wonderful. So what will be your advice to someone that have this mind of helping these less privileged people or the addiction people or people that really want to help set people free? What would be your advice for them?
Well, I will really, with all of my heart, Dr. Tony, I will really plead if you are out to do help, please do it with the whole of your mind and the whole of your intention.
Yes.
And don't just hold to it because the need is increasing and it's so dynamic, it's so sympathetic, is something that we don't look down on it at all. We restrict ourselves, even though most of the people will say, "Oh, government can help." And there's something government cannot do.
Not everything government can do.
It's not everything government cannot do. Can do.
Yes.
There are some things we have to voluntarily
Do it
and
ourselves.
acceptably and self-determine to do so, based on how our conviction is, so that those people that are really in this situation get the help they needed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic. So, in the course of doing this thing, I know you've been in America now for a longer time. So, is there any point in time you are so happy see someone setting free from addiction?
Oh, that's my backbone. That's what kept me alive. I mean, what really sensitized me and make me proud and happy doing is to see somebody coming out of this trauma level.
God.
Since when I was like a very tender person, I grew up in that kind of capacity, helping, and it keep up to today. I never see myself stopping it. You see, so it makes me sick to see somebody in this kind of situation and nobody is showing the major of helping at all. It makes me sick. So I do it the whole of my heart, with the whole of my mind, to see how we can help the street and let the street come back to normal. Yes.
So, what will you say to the viewer that want to go into this kind of things to help the privileged people?
Please, I will say please and please, come with all your mind and all your intention to help. The street need help. People are dying. People are incapacitated with the situation that is happening right now.
Yes.
People, you see, let me tell you what. The most educated and most sensible people on the face of the earth are lying on the street.
The most educated.
The most educated and sensible people. In fact, mentally sound and people that can change the world scientifically.
Wow.
When you see these drug people, these drug addicted people, go closer to them, you will understand that these people are not just ordinary people.
They are not just ordinary.
But one of the things I discovered and I found out that's taking them out is Satan, the devil, is taking the rightful people out, giving them, some of the program they never desired to get themselves into, falling into all that kind of situation. When they start telling you something, you will know that these people are well knowledge, well articulated, well accurate in everything they do. Some of them are supposed to be professors. Some of them are supposed to be, engineers, name it, doctors and all that. But they are there, they are incapacitated. They are there, they can't control their situation. It's so sympathetic. When they begin to tell you their situation, their story, their history, you will wonder and begin to say, wow. So how comes you're here? They will keep saying, well, it's quite unfortunate. It's just that we found ourselves here. But they themselves cannot change it.
Oh my God.
So we beg and pray for people to come in. If you have you have a mind to do it, push yourself into it. So that so many their need will be met. And many of us will be proud of the situation. That's just what is going on right now.
So, how are you getting sponsor? Because I want people that is looking at us or that is viewing this podcast, if you have the spirit, if you have the mind to sponsor, Dr. Lukia is here.
Dr. Lokaya
is here, in which you will see his information running somewhere on the camera, phone number, email, and how to contact him. Is so rooted in this salvation mission, where to set people free from their bondages, financial freedom, spiritual freedom, all the mental freedom, so that we all need. So, and that's why I bring him here today. If you want to be part of this, you want to sponsor his program, I will really, really welcome you guys. We want to sponsor. And if you want to volunteer, if you want to be part of the global salvation mission moving on, please, I want you to contact us, because people need this thing out there.
Definitely.
So you might think you are okay, But if others are not okay outside, we are not okay.
Well,
That
no.
is why you see a lot of all these young people just go to school, or more skinny people.
That's right.
If they are mental, if they have a mental stability, or they are okay, they will not just take a gun and shoot in a random
That's right.
case like that.
That's right.
So
A lot of
we
killing.
really need people to support this mission, so that people can be set free from drug addiction, from taking alcohol
That's right.
and others. So
Hard drugs.
yeah, hard drugs. So we really need people. And then in the program, they will also have like halfway house program where they can even house these people. There's a government program for that, in which they cannot do everything.
They can't. No,
They can't do
government
everything.
cannot
The
do
little
that.
they
Yeah.
can do, they are doing it.
They have
But
done a lot.
if
The
we
government have
have
done
it
so
in
much,
mind
yes.
to also set these people free, we can set up this particular program and then help more people to be free from all this addiction.
Definitely. Definitely.
So we really want people to join us. We really want people to call doctor. We really want people to know more about all these programs, so that we will be able to set people free. And I need to let you know this thing. Doctor is also a pastor.
That's right.
Yes. So, and then I want you to tell us briefly how you can link this freedom to spiritual life also.
Well, like we are talking with you, Dr. Tony Starr,
Yes.
and Global Outreach Media.
Yes.
I thank and I appreciate what you're doing here.
Thank you.
I think God brought us together for a purpose.
Yes. Yes. I can see when we are talking, I can see a lot of things that we are doing here, that you are doing in
Definitely.
Pennsylvania,
Yes,
that
sir.
we need to collaborate.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
so
you, sir.
I can see that. So,
So we want to see how, at the course of our series, which we are embarking upon right now,
yes.
the series on freedom, that's a major topic which we're going to be deliberating on, freedom, and what kind of freedom are we going to be keeping on.
Yes.
There's diversification in freedom, and then it goes with the contextualization as well.
Yes.
So we want to digest it into segments,
Yes.
and then bring it into light on how we can go with what freedom can deliver this situation.
Yes.
What type of freedom is going to help in this consignment.
Yes.
So we want to go with that and then see how we can digest it. And I trust the Lord we're going to do it so much.
Amen.
I honestly tell you this, if the church can understand what the capacity of freedom was all about, there's going to be a lot on the street.
Wow.
I was talking with some clients of mine, and we were talking with one of my clients, and they are concerned. They say, look, we've been in this situation because there's nobody that shows us what we needed to know.
Okay.
Now, you see, so love is the capacity of another freedom in dimension.
Love.
Love. For you to love, for you to show love, for you to give out love is another capacity of freedom in dimension. So, but so many people don't know it. The street need it. It's not a freedom that the government can give it to you. The government, no matter what the government can give it to you, is under a jurisdiction. It has to go with that, their jurisdiction. They have the law, they have their capacity. They want you to operate in what they want you to operate on.
Yes.
No, now, but if you want to have your freedom of yourself, it has to begin with the intentional personal love.
Wow. That is deep. Love is another capacity of freedom.
That's right.
That is wonderful.
That's
so
right.
we need to love each other
Yes.
sincerely,
Sincerely.
and love that you want to set this one free.
That's right.
Not about self-righteousness. Not about you want everything to yourself alone.
No.
If you love your labor,
It's just like what the Bible says. You see, the Bible says something. It said, for God so loved the world. John 3:16.
Yes.
It's a simple thing. It's a very simple concept right there. Now, you see, but look at the level of God. He said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten.
Son.
Now, you see, it goes with sacrificial artificial, intentional behaviors.
Oh my God.
Who can do that? For you to have a son, and you said, my son, yes, come here. And then your son walked to you and ran to you. He loved his father. Then you push your son into death for the sake of all the people.
To be saved.
To be saved. Your own personal son. Your only begotten son. So it goes wider and larger, depending on how you take it. But you see, all those concepts are being released either in media or in written documentation for us to have it and understand that we can do the same. But ours will not be as God did. It may be our time, it may be our energy, it may be some of the resources we have, it may be some of the little money we have that we keep aside for something else, and then we now say, okay, I sacrifice it for some other people to be okay, to be viable, to be good in their community, to be helpful to their society. That is what it's all about. That is what the society needed. And that is what all of us wanted to have around us. You see.
Wow, Doctor, thank you so much for this visit. You show us a lot of things, and you talk to us about a lot of things on how we can be free. And then the take home, which is the final thing you talk about here, is love.
That's right.
Which is so big. Yes. And me too, I find out that love covereth all things.
Right. That's
and
right.
then with love, we can be free.
That's right.
Like you quote, love is another capacity of freedom.
That's right.
And then if you love each other, you will do everything possible to set each other free.
That's right.
Not only me be free, but my neighbor,
Yes.
my friend, my family.
The Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. Yes, yes.
So,
and it doesn't stop there.
Yes.
It said, love your enemy. That's funny. We're going to be talking about that.
yeah, so love your enemy too. Yes, if you love your enemy, you will not want to go and gun anybody's down.
You can't kill.
Because you will love to forgive the person and know that, okay, maybe he or she didn't know what he's doing. Yeah. And that will make peace reign in the country. And that will set everybody's up for success. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your coming today. I believe I will see you soon again.
Yes.
Talk to us and to give us another dimension on this freedom talk. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Doctor.
Thank you so much. And God bless. Thank you.